it's the first stream of the week. I am live every day, Tuesday to Friday at 1 p.m. EST. And today we will talk about an article that I wrote yesterday. And let me just find it. So here it is. And I am going to read it to you as usual. And if you have any question, if you feel that my words resonate with you, just ask question and share everything that's happening in you. So the title of this article is You've been paralyzed for years as an artist, and you are exhausted in a way no one can understand. And now, well, you're here. So it's an article on over planning, consistency, virality, and the loss of fun. So for all the people that don't know me, hi. First, my name is Vei, and I kind of live a double life. One here with you and one in my mind. So on Substack, I spend my whole life on Substack. I'm one of the few who writes at the intersection of fiction and business, which is pretty interesting. To me, building worlds always happens in both dimensions, in the inner first and then the outer. That's why I always say that I'm kind of a business romantic. Okay. To me, business is kind of building worlds outside of myself, and writing, being an artist, being a writer, is building worlds inside myself. Anyway, what I want to say is that everything starts in your own mind. Well, hi. Hi, Connor. How are you? It's been a long time, actually. So here we go. The article starts like this. You're here because you are desperate. Okay. Honestly, you probably don't even know how you managed to open this article. You're cynical. You barely believe in words or help anymore. That's what happened to me. You are probably not even reading this properly, just drifting, scrolling, hoping there might be something here that distracts you from the dread of your artistic life that has turned into over the last 3 or 4 years. You've tried everything anyway, and sometimes you wander around your own house like a ghost, absurd and invisible, thinking, how the fuck did I end up here? Again, that's what happened to me. How did I become this quiet, this small, this depleted? You're working hard. You're doing everything right. And yet you are broke, uninspired, and everything you touch feels forced, drained of light, stripped of joy, soaked in torment. Ask me how I know. So that's the introduction of today's article. Hi, just tell me in the comment, like, what kind of artist are you on TikTok? And on Substack, I will simply assume that you are all writers. Hi, welcome. Just say hi. Today we're talking about like over planning your craft and the need of virality and the loss of fun throughout this experience, throughout your journey as an artist. Hi. So let's start with over planification and the lack of consistency. Because one thing that I was running for my entire life, one thing that I was searching my entire life was consistency. I was a very chaotic kid, and it was even worse when I was a teenager. You know, I was very intense and very, very intuitive. I'm still intuitive, but intuition without structure, without consistency and discipline is just chaos spilling. So this is a thing that I searched my whole freaking life. And it was bad because at one point, even 2 years ago, I was still looking for it. And the one thing that I was looking for actually was not like a structure or the capacity to or the skills to be consistent in my work. It was the one thing, the one business idea or the one book idea or the one, you know, the one life work that where I could put my everything into it. Hi, thank you for sharing the live. I appreciate it. So I was looking for that one fucking thing because I remember one day I said to my mentor, I said to him, if I choose or if I find that one thing where I can put everything that I am, my energy, my imagination, my time and resources, I would be so powerful that the gods could not even comprehend it. I always felt that, but I was always scattering myself as a multi-passionate and multi-talent artist. Yeah. So here how it goes in the article. So the title of this section is it's titled "The Over Planification and the Lack of Consistency." So how many more years will you spend building in the dark pieces of your own potential life work, not sharing anything, hoping this one will finally be the good idea? That's what I was talking about. No. I know what it's like. I know you would kill to finally pour all your energy into that one thing that works. The one you can commit to. The one you can finally be consistent with. But this is destroying you, your talent and your creative potential. You are burning time and energy over planning your work you might never release, rehearsing a future that never arrives. You are afraid of choosing, profoundly afraid of committing, afraid of putting all your energy somewhere and standing by it. What if it's not the right thing and I build and share everything for nothing? But I swear to you, the decision you make today is the good one. Not because it's perfect, but because it's made. Hi, Mika. Thank you so much for the roses. I don't think we ever talked before, did we? Well, I live a double life, one with you and one in my mind. And in my mind, there is a very big church, a very big, dusty church, okay? It's not really alive yet. But all the roses that I receive on TikTok, I put them there and it's starting to look like a garden. And it smells very, very good. It smells like roses, actually. And you give me life. You give life to that project of mine, which is building a church, creating a religion where we worship the two goddesses, one of reality and one of imagination. And by the way, you can visit my Substack, you all beautiful people on TikTok. And that's where you can join every Sunday sermon that I do. So, yeah. This is called creativity and passion and imagination. Actually, let's talk a little bit about imagination because it's my favorite topic to talk about. But I feel like I I don't have a lot of people to talk about imagination with. I have some ideas why. I think because imagination is foreign to people. A lot of people don't think they have imagination, but this is a sense that you are using like 24/7. You're using it like, for example, you're using your imagination to see what's behind you right now. You're probably like on your bed on or on your couch, or I don't know where you are, but you can imagine what's behind you. So imagination serves you in reality, and it serves you also, of course, in creation. So I don't have a lot of people that I can talk to that are as fascinated as me when it comes to living there and using it to create. So to me, imagination is a combination of the sense of seeing and the sense of feeling. And this is how you can open it, feel and see at the same time. And what I wanted to talk to you about imagination is I don't think that I create things that much. For example, okay, so one day I decided to open up my mind and just imagine a vast plain where I could build anything, anything, okay? I told myself, okay, today you are going, Vey, to build an entire city. You will build houses, you will build boutique, you will build like workshops, you will build like big museum, you will create that in your mind. And I tried. But nothing felt right. Nothing felt right because I was not feeling it. I was not like, I don't know, ready for it. I have a new, like, I got this in my Christmas stocking, and it made me cough. That's really weird. Okay, so this is something that I didn't talk before, and this is where actually like the first door of my life work open when I decided to go build something on that vast plain, and I wasn't able to build anything. Okay, I could imagine like this big city on this plain, but I was not feeling it. I could not create it because what you are creating in your own mind is directly created in with what you can build right now. That's why you that's why we are experiencing like that much limits in our experience. And you are also limited in your own mind, which is interesting. I'm not saying that like, oh, this is like bad or something. It it makes us so creative. And I love limitations so much because of limitation we can experience matter and time and space. That's fucking amazing. But also, how can you free your own mind? And that's the question that I'm asking myself every day. How can I build something in my mind, like really building it, feeling it, seeing it, entering it, like living there? But what I found out is that parts of me don't want to, don't want to create things in my mind first because I don't have what it takes right now to build it in my reality. And again, that might sound weird for you because what I'm telling you, what I'm sharing with you right now, it's not that finished. It's not a finished process. It's not a finished philosophy or method or whatever. It's just, I don't know. It's a work in progress because imagination is my niche. It's my first topic. It's what I everything that I do like dances around imagination. And it's a very, very vague mm, experience. So, yeah. Now I shared action steps. So if you just like landed here, hi first. We were talking about like over planification and the lack of consistency in our work as artists. So if you are lacking consistency and you're lacking like you're still searching for that one thing to put all your energy in instead of scattering yourself, well, here's to action. And that first step will be very, very direct because to be able to make a very like big decision today, which is I am committing to something. I'm committing to one project, one book, one piece of art. You need to get rid of all your bullshit. So you don't need to add anything. You don't need to try something else. You don't need more talents. You don't need more resources. You don't need anything. The only thing that you need to do right now is to put away all that fucking bullshit, which is called like doubts, excuses, and I don't know, the stories you tell yourself every day why you can't and why this is not the good decision. And you're not meant to be doing this alone because it's very challenging to be alone in that experience of making a decision. Why? Because it's kind of complex to look at yourself in the mirror and point out every places where you're lying to yourself. For example, I want to start writing a book, but I don't want to I don't want to put all that energy into that one thing because I don't know if I this will be the right topic or the right title or the right characters or the right plot. Then I don't know if I will start that series of painting because I don't know if people will like it. And I don't know if I would start a new like social media experience on TikTok because I don't know if the algorithm will like my kind of hook and will like my kind of personality and you know? So that's why I've created work table session, which I bring you into my imagination, literally. We're working together and I bring you in there in my personal lab, which is called the laboratory number 9. And this is where we're working together. And we got 1 hour, 1 hour to make a decision so you can fly into making it happen. And that's my offer of the year. And I spent, I think, like 3 years working on it. I'm a mentor for artists. That's my main job. So I'm working with artists every day, online and in person. So we can build your universe where you can explore and bring people in. That's my job. And that experience, I used to make it like in 28 days. And now I've been able to put it in a container of 1 hour where we work specifically on removing every piece of bullshit that you tell yourself. So the only thing that stays, it's what you will do for the next 3 months. And we will work together. So you can DM me or you can go in my bio so you can book your experience with me. So that's the first step. Let's do that together. Okay. Second step, commit to the project for 3 months straight before you assess, okay? You pivot or doubt anything. So try, for the first time maybe in your life, try to commit to something more than one post or more than one chapter, more than one picture or painting. You will encounter obstacles, okay? And those obstacles could look like, I don't know, you don't have any views on TikTok, or no one like comments on your new article on Substack. And then you will think about like, oh, that's not the good thing. I need to try something else. I'm boring. I'm this and that and this and that. And this is just an obstacle that you need to go through and through and through. The thing is, you will encounter those obstacles for the first 10 days of making that decision. And that's why in my work table offer, I am here with you for 10 days straight, giving you unlimited access to me and unlimited access to asking question and talking about those obstacles. And when those 10 days are passed and you're still in it with your decision, this is where you can build your structure. And I'm talking to people exactly like me, okay? And if you're here, you're probably exactly like me, okay? You're here for a reason. And it's not discipline, okay? Because it's not supposed to be hard. But to me discipline sounds hard, oh, I need to go through it even if it's hard. No, it's not hard. Making a decision is not hard. Like keeping up with it, it's kind of a challenge though. Not because you're not talented enough, not because you don't have enough resources, not because I don't know, bullshit, doubts, excuses, stories. It's challenging because of uncertainty. Will I make it? Will I be the person that I want to be? Will I be the artist that I want to be? Will people will be there someday? Will I be like surrounded with people that appreciate my work? It's the uncertainty. And I always get so emotional about this because there's such my my heart is filled with magic. Filled with magic. And there's a point where you need to believe in that. You need to believe in yourself to the point where you are doing what you love. And I don't try to make you like to make you submerge yourself into those fucking useless thing. Like, you need to believe in yourself, you need to believe in the universe, and you need to no. I am talking like really big action, tangible way of seeing this, okay? I started that segment saying that my heart is filled with magic, but when it comes to look at uncertainty straight in the eye, this is where you need to deeply know. You already know, but you need to trust yourself that you are doing exactly what you love. And that is a big light on what you are supposed to do. You know, everyone here, okay, we are about like, I don't know, 10, 15 here today. Hi. You all know exactly what you are meant to do. The only thing that is prevent you from doing it is covers and blankets on your magical heart. There's blankets and blankets and blankets and blankets of doubts and stories. And it's possible to just get rid of all of it in 1 second. And I tried to do that for a long time, to just like ignore and resist and like run away and isolate myself from those thoughts and those images and those feelings. But the only thing that ever worked for me is to be choosing impact over everything else. And when I made that choice, that decision, when I made that choice and that clear decision, it was like cement. And every movement that I did after that was, I'm doing this for impact. I'm doing this for impact. I go to the gym 4 times a week. I do this for impact. There's no going back. There's no negotiation with myself. There's no doubting and there's no like bargaining with myself. This is it. I am eating well because I want to be able to post every day on social media. I want to have energy to be there on live. When I say something, I'm doing it. And especially for first for having an impact on myself. And then of course on my clients, because I can't teach you or I can't guide you through becoming that person if I'm not that person first. So everything that I was choosing to do, every movement that it was for impact. And that's where the decision became easy. And going back to what I was saying about being strong in front of an uncertainty. Will I make it? Is this the good idea? Is this the good decision for me right now to put all of my energy into that one specific artistic project? Will I lose everything? Will I lose energy? You will learn something. And again, I came to a point where my intuition became very, very clear, and it's just the part of me that knows. It's not fucking Jesus. It's not fucking like, I don't know, a God with so much more power than you. It's not like little angel that come down from time to time to save you from a car accident. This is not intuition. Intuition is only like the parts of you that knows. And I will give you a perfect example of what I'm talking about. You are on your couch, okay? You are scrolling, doom scrolling, and you know you need to go to the gym, or you know you need to go take a walk outside, breathe fresh air, look at the sun for a moment, okay? You know that. That's your intuition. It's only the part of you that knows what you are supposed to do. You are never lost. And I will be very, very vulnerable here. But the only time that I felt lost in my life, it's because I wanted lost to be on my identity. I wanted to identify as a lost child, a lost person, a lost artist. I was so attached to being lost that it became like, again, an attachment to it. So every time my intuition was bringing me back to see yourself, see what you are doing, follow your energy, where your energy is going right now. I was blind to it because I was just, well, I'm lost. I'm a lost artist. And we are so many lost artists. Artists are lost all the time, but what does it truly mean? Overwhelmed? Overwhelmed by excuses? Overwhelmed by stories that we cling to? Overwhelmed by social media? Overwhelmed by choices? And that's another interesting thing that I want to talk about. Choices. We are submerged by so many choices. And going back to analog is kind of not a deep, precise, like forced focus that I have this year, but I kind of go back. I tend to go back to my journals and like taking pictures with a camera and just going back to those simple choices. And if you are actually submerged by all the choices that you have, try to declutter your space so much. Again, if you are choosing impact today, this choice will be so easy to you to make. Get rid of all your clothes, like just choose 5, 7 outfits for one of each day. Like clear your room. See, my room is black and white. There's nothing. I have a couple of books here and that's it. Other than that, it's empty. Because I was exactly like that, submerged by choices and like all the social media platform and all the. Just focus on one, and the one decision that you will make today is the right one. I swear to you. So, Robbie, hi, Robbie, architect. Are you an architect of reality or an architect of imagination? Tell me, welcome. I do find there's a connection between who we want to be and how we prioritize those decisions. It's interesting. Every time we're talking about who we want to be, I always try to, for example, when my clients ask me question about who do I want to be and how can I connect with the person that I want to be, I always try to bring them back to who are you now? Because it's never, ever, and I experienced this so many, many times, it's never who I want to be, like, decision. It's more like what is preventing me to be myself today. Robbie says, I gave up my books. Oops. W- We, we need battery here. I gave up my books for a Kindle precisely because of that. I was buying books just to collect them. Yes, and this, to me, maybe it's not the same thing for everyone, but to me, having a lot of stuff in my reality um, takes me so much energy. So much energy. I am very sensitive. Um, I have so much going on in my mind. Okay, there's voices, images, parts of me, and that's why I created like that little wood house that I can't stop talking about. I created that house first because I wanted to go in there, isolate myself from all the noises inside my mind. So when it comes to my reality, it needs to be immaculate because I'm going crazy. If that's not like empty like this, I'm going fucking crazy. I need to charge my phone. So thank you for interacting with me, Robbie. I really appreciate your comment. It's fun to have someone to talk with. So for the people, okay, so for the artists that are here with me in direct or maybe in later. So I gave you like an idea in my article, okay? So for the artists that kind of feel stuck because you're over planning and whatever. One thing you can do today is this. Open a social media platform, whichever one your intuition pulls you towards, and post the first thing that says exactly this. Hi, I am an artist. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing, but I'm doing something anyway. Follow me in that journey of discovering my inner universe. At least this will be honest and worth following already. Then post a text, a picture, a selfie, a collage. I don't care. Anything that you want. What matters is that you move. Do something, anything, then commit to it for at least 3 months before negotiating anything with yourself. So, if you're trying this on TikTok or I don't know, on Substack, send it to me or tag me in it. This is what I want to follow. Then, the plague of virality. Why your universe can't breathe. Oh my God. I can't even tell you how much trying to make viral posts made my life as an artist miserable. There comes a moment where you look at your social media and the only thing you see is a fucking clown. maybe that's your experience on TikTok. The only thing you see is a fucking clown dancing, dating, performing with voices that aren't even yours, or your social medias are just empty where there's nothing. You are invisible. And I caught myself dancing between both of those over and over again during the past 4 years until I was done, humiliating myself. I have a typo here. Let's correct it together. Why not? Perfect. Nothing has damaged my self expression and inner universe more than this. I could literally feel parts of me laughing, then backing away, then disappearing altogether. And I can't even tell you how much lonely it felt in there. And I was just saying about all the noise and the parts of me. And there was a moment where I felt pretty lonely inside myself. And that doesn't happen really much. Because who wants to work with an artist who keeps betraying their own creativity just to be seen? No one in you can breathe when you're following a code. I am about to puke just thinking about all the useless shit I've done and not done. Anyways, we are learning, right? Another important thing is this. If you are not viral on the first post, or if you get zero attention for the first few weeks or even months, it does not mean it's not working. The real question is this. Does your heart get energy from making this? I spent 8 months posting on Substack before I really started seeing people come in. But it was really easy to do, to keep going because I fucking love what I write and put out. My secret is simple. Learn about yourself through your art. Discover your inner universe one post at a time, and of course, invite people into the experience. Invite people in. Robbie says, I either finish something in a day or a year. I feel like chasing perfection, stagnate creativity. Yes. Because what perfectionism even mean if you are like perfecting air? What the fuck is this? you can you can try to perfect something that you made. You can try to edit it or whatever. You can put like attention in what you did, but how can you be like a perfectionist with something that is not even existing? That sad clown paradigm, I guess we all feel like Palglacio at times and we feel others don't. I don't know that reference because I don't spend a lot of time on Earth, actually. I'm not, I don't get all the cultural thing, okay? I have a culture in my mind though. There's a lot happening. But, you know, when it comes to the outside world, I don't really know. Um, One thing that is interesting is, and we feel others don't. And that's a very big thing for me that you said that, because that's exactly, I think, like the problem here. I would say the problematic, okay? Because that's what I was saying a little bit like earlier. To me, being like vulnerable and say, I don't know what I'm fucking doing, which is what I do for the past like 2 years. I don't know. I always say that. My Substack account is filled with moments when I just say, I don't know. And I am a mentor and I don't know. So I want more of that. I want more of I'm fucking lost. And whatever lost mean, I don't care. We will just figure out on the way. That, to me, that is worth following. That's the thing that is worth following. I don't even want to follow a leader who doesn't like talk about light and darkness. I don't want to see, I don't want to be guided by people who pretend everything is all right all the time. And the thing is, no one knows. No one knows. I don't know. You don't know. Like Jesus don't know. No one knows. Okay? No one knows what they're doing. And the only moment when I thought that I knew, that's the moment everything crashed for me. So, yeah. Again, thank you for interacting with me. So, the real question is this. Does your heart get energy from making this what you're about to do? Okay? I spent 8 months posting on Substack before I really started seeing people come in. Okay? But it was easy to do, to keep going because I fucking love what I write and put out. My secret is simple. Learn about yourself through your art, discover your inner universe, one post at a time, and of course, invite people into that experience. I just repeated myself, but it's okay. So here's the action step. So, first step, forget everything about hooks, algorithm, data, and social growth. Okay. I think that hooks and algorithm and data and social growth, it's interesting when you want to scale like your business as an entrepreneur. You want to scale thing, you want to study the mind of your audience. But it's only useful when you have an audience, when you have something to work with. And we were talking about like perfectionism, like starting with algorithm and data and social growth. Well, it's like perfecting air. It's useless. Okay. And one way to, we will talk about like the loss of fun in that creative process, but one way to lose every spark of creativity and fun and like light is to go all in hooks, algorithm, and data on the first line of creating something and posting it and sharing it. Okay. So, step two, only focus on relationship. Okay. This is what I tell my clients all the time. I work with people every day with money, and people artists wants to make money, but money is nothing else than relationship. So only focus on relationship first. And you are alone at first. You are completely alone. So better start like exploring the relationship you have with yourself and with your art and with every parts of you, and bring people in. So, with yourself and with your own universe first, then with your audience. Relationships are everything. So, start on a vast plane in your mind and build from there, one piece and one relationship at a time. Okay. So, those are not numbers. Okay. If I see, like, okay, you are 5 people here high, you are like one here high. So, you're, this is people. Those are people. Those are eyes and arts there. So focus on those relationships instead of trying to make the numbers grow. The way you forgot how to play. That's the last section of this article that you can all read, by the way, on my Substack. The title is You've Been Paralyzed for Years as an Artist and You Are Exhausted in a Way No One Can Understand. So you don't have fun anymore. Well, I did not have fun for the past years on social media. It's just pressure all the time. Your craft has become a task. You're not excited to build, to see your universe come alive. You invite people in. Your dream was to never have a job ever again in your life, and somehow you've managed to turn the thing you love the most into one. Oh, that was a hard one for me. And somehow you've managed to, turn the one thing you love into a job. Ugh. You do need structure. You do need discipline. We talked about this at first. You do need to get good at facing obstacles. We also talked about this today. But it's not supposed to feel like torment. That said, you don't need to fix anything first. You can start creating right now with everything that is true to you today. That's exactly what I did, and I shared everything about that exact moment, the one where I went from absolute paralysis into creation, back into creation. In my newest ebook, which is called The Everwell Forest, Turning Darkness, Pain, and Suffering into Creative Power. And if you want to read that fucking good ass shit, that's one of my best work to this day. Okay. Just send me a DM or go into my bio on Substack, and it's $22. And yeah, I think it's like 50 pages of everything that I did in detail in a very vulnerable way. So I share a lot in that, in that thing. Yeah. So the question that I have to you is, where's your heart? Okay? Where's your heart? Just think about it right now. That's the question my intuition wants me to ask you. Where is it? Yes, it's in your chest. Not a complicated answer, right? So go in there and scream, hello! Who's there? Just scream it into your own imagination. Go in your heart, in your chest, and just scream. Do it. Don't be ashamed of screaming into your own mind. It's your imagination. You can do whatever the fuck you want. Just liberate yourself. Like, open your mind. Just go in there and say it, scream it, try it, and tell me what's happening in the comments. Let someone or something answer back to you and tell me what happened. Action steps. For step 1, set a 10-minute timer. Sit with your feelings, exist. When it feels right, ask who's there. Then let that part of you speak. Step 2, create from that exact thing today and share it in the comments or tag me or on whatever social media you're using. So that's it for the article. I would really love to know what happened when you just asked that question inside of you. What part of you came up, and how did you manage to create something with that part, with that form, with that feeling, actually, because this is a feeling. So every characters of your stories, or characters in your paintings, or even characters in your songs that you're writing and creating, in your melody, there's a character, there's a parts of you, and they all come from one feeling. And the more you feel, the more you can create. And that's why I made my first book on that exact topic, which is called Feel More, From Void to Vision. And that book came from one feeling that I thought was sadness. I was in my kitchen one day and I just felt something. And automatically, what do we do when we feel something? We ask ourselves, what is it? And instead of labeling it sadness, I just decided to sit down and just let that feeling submerge me. And what came out of it is this book that I wrote in 10 days. My first book. It's a poetry and philosophy experience where I share with you my whole journey from going to, from being in the void of my tomb and lost as an artist, from having a vision for myself again. So just DM me if you want to buy it. I'm done for today. And I really appreciated this experience. Thank you for the gifts on TikTok. All the roses that I got will be delicately, softly put into the church in my mind. And you can visit that church every Sunday on my Substack, where I share with you the script, the literal script of what I would do if I had the chance to invite you into a real, like, beautiful church. This is the script of what I would do for Sunday sermon in the Church of the Madlands, where we worship reality and imagination. So that's it for me for today. Thank you so much for being here. If you have any question, if you want to work with me one-on-one, just ask. You know exactly where to find me. So thank you. And we will see each other tomorrow, same time, 1 p.m. EST. Bye bye. Bye TikTok. Bye TikTok. Bye Substack. We will see each other tomorrow. I love you.